Randy Gorenberg was last seen leaving the mall and hours later, murdered.
I miss her so much. And it's changed my whole life.
Nancy Bocchicchio and her 8-year-old daughter Joey.
Both had been shot.
I can't imagine my sister having full peace, knowing he's out there.
Security is now heightened at the town center mall.
Crimes like this just aren't supposed to happen in Boca.
It's frightening. It's scary because I look around. I keep looking around to make sure I'm okay.
I want to have my mace out in my hand along with my keys.
It was just horrific, and it was an abduction from a mall.
This case presented so many questions that needed to be answered. Were there any changes to make the mall safer?
We need to solve this as quickly as possible, so there's that sense of urgency, that sense of stress. What can we do? Have all the pieces of the puzzle come in.
Had the community ever seen anything like this before?
No, and initially it wasn't believed that they were related.
Is this one killer?
Are they all three connected? There's a possibility. I mean, you look at the odds of what's the possibility of 3 people being taken from the mall in the same year. You have to keep an open mind. When you work in a homicide, you never get tunnel vision.
Of all the avenues you've gone down, what's the one you keep coming back to?
Well, the one I keep coming back to is that they're all 3 connected. That whoever was doing it had picked the town center mall as a place where there's a great hunting ground for victims. If you want to look at similarities, there was no apparent sexual assault or attempted sexual battery of any of the victims.
What's the detail that takes you down the path of they're not connected?
Well, Randy had none of the items or things done to her to control her that the girl in August did and the Bocchicchios did. She's free. She's not tied up. She's nothing. Randy could have been just a learning experience. Maybe he had everything set to do that, and then it fell through. So then he thought, well, if I take a woman with a little chow, I can control them a lot easier than I could a single woman who's probably going to fight.
With everything you know about these 3 cases, after all these years, are we looking for one killer?
Yes, I believe so.
You say that with such confidence.
Yes, because, the coincidences are way too close. And, nothing before has happened there and nothing after has happened there.
Were these attacks about the money?
I don't think so. I think the money was just a derivative, a benefit. I think it's more of a control. You have somebody who is taking the opportunity to control the women.
If you look at it, it's more of a power control type of thing. I have the power over you, I can control you and make you do what I want you to do. I still believe that. Because to me, there's just not that much money. I mean, they went to a lot of work for a little bit of money.
What strikes you most about this progression of control?
That he can adapt to his environment and he can adapt to his crime.
Do I think the motive would have been just the cash? No, I think there was more to the suspect's planning and organization that was done on the case.
Why did it stop?
That's a good question. Was it because he decided that he didn't want to do this anymore? Look, a lot of serial killers stop. Is he doing something somewhere else? Did he adapt again? I'm going to try something differently now.
If someone did something this heinous, could they have fled? That's a theory. Could the person still be living in the area and just either change their mode operandus as to how they're committing crimes? They could have stopped committing crimes. You know, there's a lot of different theories out there on where the suspect could be.
Well, it's the ultimate needle in a haystack.
Next, the major clues.
It seems so solvable to me. It really does.
Why authorities are still coming up empty-handed.